Hey, what's happening, everyone? Welcome on back to the channel. As always, thank you so much for being here. I mean, if you don't believe what I say, all you gotta do is listen to the sign right there. Anyways, let's go ahead and listen to this band. I've never heard of them, Tribal Tech. We're gonna listen to the first track off of this album, their self-titled album, released 1991. That's gonna be Signal Path here on the album. Yeah, like I said, I've never heard of them, don't know a thing about them, but we for sure gonna go ahead and listen to them. So let's go ahead and do that. Take the first track off the album, take the frosting off the cake, so to speak, and this hopefully will not be any fondant. And is that what it's called? Anyways, let's listen to the track. We'll talk about it after. Here we go. Okay. Man, was that good. Man. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Man, was that good. Okay. I don't know what I'm getting myself into a lot of times when I'm listening to the music, especially when I don't know the band, I don't know what they do, I don't know a thing about them. But what I do know is that Signal Path clearly led us down a great path. Not astray, not left, not right. We went straight center. I don't know where we ended up, but we ended up in a happy place, wherever your happy place was. Okay, we got some jazz fusion here, obviously, with some really cool synth work in there. Just really cool. Oh, but the bass playing. Let's talk about it. On the bass on this track is going to be Gary Willis, who's also handling some of the synth work here. Oh, you already knew. Listen, you've been here long enough. You already heard and you saw when the bass hits. When it hits a certain way, you already know that I'm happy. I'm a happy camper. But let's not camp. Let's continue down the path. The guitar work, Scott Henderson. Ugh. So good. Joey Heredia on the drums. And then Brad Dutz on percussion. Yes, please. Like, this was so fun to listen to. Now, I do know that there's some that would view this and hear this and say it's cold, mechanical, emotionless, whatever, soulless. And you know what? I can see your point. I can see that, and I think that that's a valid opinion. All opinions when it comes to art are valid, honestly. So that doesn't matter. But here's the thing, and this is to me, right? Because there may be tracks like this that I've played here on the channel, and I say that. I say, oh, it sounds too cold. It sounds too calculated, and it just doesn't gel with me. But beyond that, there's always a factor that you can break past that. With me personally, I'm just talking to myself. You can break past that. And what is that? It's if it sounds cool to me. If the music sounds cool to me, I could care less if it, how cold or soulless it may sound. Now, I don't particularly think that this is soulless. I don't think that this is cold, actually. But it just sounds so cool. It breaks through that barrier no matter what, for me personally. So I'm listening to the music, I'm listening to them jamming out that bass, the not random, but the synths that would come in with so many different tones. You get a lot of different sounds in here, and I'm in it. I love the build up as well, how you have that groove that starts off a certain kind of ambience, and then those hits start coming. Those fusion hits. And they don't come in any syncopated way. They come at their own time, at their own pace. They just come when they want to come. No doubts about that. I think that's so interesting because it builds this unexpected expectation of what's to come next. It keeps you salivating, and it keeps you motivated to want to keep listening and to hear where the band is going to go from there. And they kept that curiosity within me from minute 0 or second 0 to 6:30 when it ended. And even at the very end, the bass hit that little run, and I was like, oh, where's it going? And then before we knew it, the song ended. This was just, to me, really, really cool to listen to. What was I going to say? There was something else I was going to say. Oh, some of the synth sounds. So Scott Henderson, who, like I said, is handling guitar, is also providing some of the guitar synthesizer. Gary Willis is really the one keeping those synths in place, and then David Goldblatt on the keyboard. So I can't tell, of course, who's doing what exactly. But I do think it's cool how some of the sounds were used for ambience, whereas a lot of them were really used for that, for lack of a better word, fusion, solo sound, whatever you want to call it. And the sound reminded me of another band or another track, but I can't quite think of what that is or was off the top of my head. But there was something reminiscent about what they were playing here. But really, really well played. Fun to listen to. It's a jam. I'm more than happy with it. But are you? Did this lead you down a wonderful path? Or did this track lead you astray? Let me know in the comments down below. But regardless, just press that like button. It don't matter. Just press the like button. Then you can let me know your thoughts in the comments if you haven't already subscribed. And yeah, this was good. Have a great day, guys. Bye.